In 2015, Dr. Ljupco Stojanovski, a car enthusiast, set himself what many would consider an impossible task: to restore a 1942 Mark VII Jaguar to its original glory. Now, Dr. Stojanovski is neither a mechanic nor a restoration expert. He's simply a doctor pursuing his passion. And his passion saw him painstakingly dismantle, reassemble and restore every single piece of his 1942 Mark VII Jaguar and enter it into the Jaguar Car Club of Victoria's 2021 Concours competition. Well, his 7-year labour of love paid off, because in December last year, Dr. Stojanovski won the 2021 Concours Gold Medal for that car. But there's a nasty twist, and it's one that highlights the absolute madness of COVID and what Australians have endured since March last 2020. The overzealousness of the bureaucratic stupidity caught up in a narrative that's never made sense. Dr. Stojanovski has become another victim of that madness. You see, after Dr. Stojanovski entered his car in the 2021 concours, he was announced the gold medal winner in the December edition of the club's magazine. But in February this year, Dr. Stojanovski was stripped of his award. At the time of entering the competition in November, where because of COVID, judging was allegedly held in a public park, where, allegedly, the cars weren't cordoned off. Dr. Stojanovski said there were no COVID marshals, no QR coding, no social distancing, no mask wearing, and where people could wander off the street into the park unchecked to look at all the cars. But this runs counter to the Jaguar Car Club of Victoria's position. According to Dr. Stojanovski, he nor any other entrants were officially advised to enter the 2021 concours that they had to be vaccinated. It seems stupidity has driven the Jaguar Car Club of Victoria's decision to strip Dr. Stojanovski of his award. Now, in a letter to Dr. Stojanovski last week, he was officially advised by the club of its decision. The third paragraph of the letter reveals the deplorable nature of the club's stance. It reads, "It follows, if you were not vaccinated in February 2022, you were also unvaccinated when the concourse was conducted on the 20th of November 2021. At the club rooms, it was a requirement for all participants in the concourse and those attending at the club's premises on the day to be fully vaccinated." Now, on the surface, it's a dastardly act committed by the Jaguar Car Club. What's even more fascinating is, in the January-February edition of the club's magazine, the Jaguar Car Club sought to promote the success of that very concourse. The magazine ran a series of pictures highlighting the success of the event. But there was a consistent theme in all of the pictures. No participants, not one, was social distancing, or was there a mask to be seen anywhere in any of those pictures. Now, the Jaguar Car Club could argue when Dr. Stojanovski entered the competition, he failed to advise them that he was not vaccinated. And apparently, they allegedly say that he's putting people at risk. But the Jaguar Car Club have never asserted its position to the informer, especially after reaching out to the club to understand why Dr. Stojanovski was stripped of his rightfully won gold medal. Instead, the Jaguar Car Club has ducked and weaved in all the madness that has ensued throughout COVID. The pandemic has exposed the ugliness of power. Dr. Stojanovski won his award fairly, and he should be recognised for his outstanding efforts. Now, at no stage, according to Dr. Stojanovski, did the Jaguar Car Club clearly specify entrants had to be vaccinated. It's a failure to stipulate the expectation seems to have placed the Jaguar Car Club in an embarrassing situation. So why is entering the 2021 concourse dependent on being vaccinated? And why should Dr. Stojanovski or any other entrant's entry be conditional on vaccination? These are cars. Cars judged in a public park where catching COVID outdoors is virtually impossible. And yet, we have a situation that makes no sense at all. If what Dr. Stojanovski says is true, he deserves to have his award reinstated with an apology for the hurt created. As for the Jaguar Car Club of Victoria, the board should hang their heads in shame and be sacked for the embarrassing disrepute that they have brought this club into.